Want to to me?
Are you out of your mind?
Well, maybe a little bit.
You been drinking?
In kind of the best way. Oh, nope, I'm completely sober.
You out of your mind?
In the best kind of way.
Work on your list of whys. One of the big thrusts for success is to come up with a strong enough why. In leadership training, here's what we learned. If the why is powerful, the how is easy. But if the why isn't strong, if your goals aren't powerful, if the vision isn't clear, the old prophet said, without a vision we die, without a vision we perish, without a dream we're nothing. I'm asking you to make a list of what you want. What kind of health do you want? What kind of skills do you want? What kind of power would you like to have? What kind of influence would you like to have? I'm asking you to go home and work on the why.
A lot of people can give up. It's easy to give up. It's the easiest thing in the world to do. I'm done. I ain't going.
Oh, yeah.
I ain't gonna keep going.
Yeah,
I don't feel like going to work. It's very easy. But what's hard is going, yo, yesterday I got nothing from working as hard as I could. Nothing happened from that. I'm gonna do the same thing again today, but I'm gonna try to go harder. That's the hardest thing in the world. To get up every day and give 100% and be in the same position that you were each day, but mentally know that you're trying and trying and trying. That's a real grind.
You know, there's a gospel statement, something very harsh that's been attributed to Christ. Don't cast pearls before swine. It's a rough statement. And what it means is stop talking to people who aren't listening. It might be that you have someone in your family you can't reconcile with because when you try to make peace, you're just rebuffed. And you can try multiple times and be rebuffed. And that might be a reflection of your lack of skill, and to some degree probably is. But sometimes you're talking to someone who is pursuing that misery. And until they're willing to not do that, you may not be able to communicate with them. And those you can't, you have to just let go, and not push.
Listen.
And listen. Yeah. Yeah, right, because people will tell you.
My wife and I, we spend about 5 hours a week dancing upstairs in our...
It's all right.
Like for a long time, 2 years, every evening I spent with her, I thought would probably be the last one.
Yeah.
So the fact that that's not the case anymore, and that we can listen to music. I have these long playlists that I've been curating for years. That we have an oldies romance playlist that's jazz singers from pretty much the 20s through the 50s, some 60s stuff. You think, well, we're going to destroy the planet. We have to do this. We have to demoralize the youth to be ethical. It's like, yeah, really, that's your theory? You're going to demoralize young people to be ethical? That's your theory? It's like, you should go home and think about that for like a year. And I'm passionate about this, because you have no idea how many people that's killing. You have no idea. I see people everywhere, all over the world. They're so demoralized, especially young people with a conscience, because they've been told since they were little that there's nothing to them but corruption and power. It's like, how the hell do you expect them to react? Well, I shouldn't do anything then,
I don't know what your future is, but if you're willing to take the harder way, the more complicated one, the one with more failures at first than successes, the one that has ultimately proven to have more meaning, more victory, more glory, then you will not regret it. Whatever you choose for a career path, remember the struggles along the way are only meant to shape you for your purpose.
I don't care how good you are in anything. You don't have discipline. You ain't nobody.
Right.
You're nothing without discipline. Because you give up under the slightest struggle without discipline.
100%.
Discipline is doing what you hate to do, but do it like you love it.
Doing what you hate to do, but do it like you love it. That is a great quote. And if you can do that, you can be successful in anything.
You normally are.
I made a whole series of really, really bad decisions. Really bad decisions. And it brought me to the point at 50, over 50, where I was like, I ain't got it together. I'm not mature. I'm not grown. I'm not the man I'm supposed to be. And I started working on it. And the man that I am today, the father that I would be today, if children were to come along today, that's not the man I was before. And that's not the father I could have been before. A blade does not become strong. It does not become tempered until it's been through the fire several times. And this is just your first or second time through the fire. and there's a lot of hammer work that has to take place. And then you're going to have to go back in the forge again. And it's hot, and it melts you down, and you're uncomfortable. And then life is going to pull you out, and it's going to put you on the anvil, and it's going to hammer on you some more.
If you want to be great, you want to be the baddest motherfucker ever at what you do, you're going to be misunderstood by everybody because you're going to be so fucking obsessed and so driven to get there. That's what it takes.
That's the truth.
It takes every second of your fucking life. Anybody says balance? Yeah, balance is important for a lot of fucking people. It is. But if you want to fucking go to that edge where people do not like you, don't understand you, question everything you fucking do, you've arrived.
Okay, contestant number 1.
Whoa! Why? He's literally jacked you.
When do we think men are going to figure out that we don't really care about muscles? Me personally, they're a bit of a turn off.
You gotta be a bad motherfucker with a good heart. You can't just be some sweetie daddy's little boy. You gotta be a straight killer in the streets and then come home and be like, I love you, dude. I got you. What?
Hey, this chick bad right here?
She valid?
If she was here right now, what would you say to her?
You valid?
So what you trying to get at her?
Nah, I'm the man of God.
What that supposed to mean?
That means I'm a young, faithful Christian man.
Look at that right here. That's all you gotta say, man?
That's all I gotta say. What's up? Where your Bible at?
He cold.
What's wrong with women with kids?
What's wrong with little Jimmy with freckles and the glasses?
He's not my type.
Not my type.
So you want a woman that has no kids?
Yeah.
Correct? Why?
Why not?
You got fake eyelashes, you got fake hair, you got fake ass, you got fake everything on your body, but you want a real nigga. I worked hard for these results. I suffered. I went through the fire. Adversity builds character. I went through the fire for this. I worked hard for this shit. I suffered for this shit.
I've never heard a man complain about having to lead in the relationship as long as he feels loved and respected.
Yes.
If he feels appreciated.
If he doesn't feel loved, appreciated, or respected, then it's exhausting.
Yes, exactly.
Men just kill themselves and no one cares. We need to change it. There's no funding for men's mental health, and it's the biggest killer for men between like 21 and 45. And no one talks about it. No one even mentions it, lad. Women talk to each other. There's no stigma on women. They sit around and have a cup of tea. Men don't, lad. Men feel like, oh, I can't go and say that to him because he'll think I'm a little mushroom. You know what I mean? That's what men think. But as I said in the cage, I'd much rather my friend come to me and speak to me and cry on my shoulder than me have to cry when I'm carrying his coffin a week later. You know what I mean?